Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna here. Basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is future creation. In future creation, basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is India account. In India account, basically, we are discussing SBI account, Amazon account. After 2 days, basically, the earthquake is going to happen. In that, basically, we are discussing Lava account, Lava bank. So one person basically told here. Just now, basically, you discussed one story basically related to poor and rich people who are basically taking energy from same land basically, but their ideas basically are totally different, and poor people basically ideas are totally different. That basically you discussed. In this, basically, you discussed that also that one more story basically. In that, basically, one person basically has not done the murder. मतलब in Hindi basically it is called उसने murder नहीं किया है, but murder charge basically was done to that particular poor child. Why? Because he was poor. That story basically we discuss. In that basically we discuss that also that his career basically was finished by in this story basically is of Mumbai city assume basically because everything basically because Mumbai हादसों का शहर है यहाँ रोज रोज होते हैं हादसे that song basically is there so there also basically one हादसा happened and that converted to big level story basically that हादसा basically converted to big level story yeah? So then basically here basically the thing was that boy basically got into murder case basically that child basically sorry the boy basically because his marriage basically happened so he basically was child sorry boy basically so men also basically you can add. So he told that his murder basically he was not he has basically not done the murder basically but murder case was basically done by Mumbai basically this case basically was registered in Mumbai basically assume that basically and this is real story also basically. This is actually real story in Mumbai. One of the company basically they told that basically we want to finish that particular person's career basically. So for that basic, can you please do something basically? So the business development group they basically told to government basically. So that is the Indian government basically are sitting at the Parliament House. They basically done this plan basically. They told that basically we will do something basically. You don't worry, businessmen basically that are the rich people. Basically. In that basically, poor people also basically supported that people. Why? Because they are poor basically. They basically rich people told that basically we will finish your career. So support us. So they basically also supported. The world basically is moving basically. Just see basically how the world is going to move basically. So assume that basically world basically is currently moving at where basically I am sitting at the back side basically Earth planet is moving. So that side basically Earth planet is moving. So that basically situation is that basically. So assume that world is moving back side of me basically. Now basically one of the person told that this user story basically when basically Sunil Nair basically was discussed that time basically Earth planet was moving at the back side of where Sunil Nair basically is sitting. In this basically what happened? Mumbai group basically that is the Maharashtra, yeah, Maharashtra state basically. In Maharashtra state, there is one city called Mumbai. This Maharashtra is basically in India basically. So any of the people basically from Bangladesh, from Pakistan, from USA, from Europe, they might be watching this. Remember this that this is the real story of one of the Maharashtra state basically. So Indian people basically are like this. Lots of people says that. One of the person told that all Indian basically might not be this basically all Indian basically are not like this. Then he told that basically when he basically went to Mumbai, he has not got the job. That means entire Mumbai basically become one. Sorry, entire Indian nationality basically. That means Indian nationality story basically that is ongoing. So one of the person told that all Indian basically might not be 1 year basically. Sunil, you are basically telling wrong basically. So that topic also we are going to discuss about Indian nationality. So that is one topic basically that we are going to discuss. So here basically that we will discuss later on. So here the story is what that person basically was charged in the murder case with the help of Supreme Court, High Courts, Police Department, then the temple group basically like Hanuman Temple. He was basically Bhakt of the Hanuman. So Hanuman group also basically jumped into this. They also told that basically charge murder case. Then basically the Sri Ram group, he was basically doing the fast of Hanumanji. So Sri Ram temple also basically told because Whatever things basically you are doing the punishment for that basically you have to ask the temple also. So they also told give the punishment to him. So they also told basically do one thing, charge a murder case basically. So just imagine which kind of pujari basically are sitting at the Ram temple, Hanuman temple. That also we are going to discuss basically. So one of the person told, so here basically one of the person told the mandir भी basically अमीर लोगों का है. Temple is also basically of rich people basically. Temple is also basically of rich people. So poor people basically can't do anything basically in this world basically. They have to die basically. Just if any disease basically they get, they have to die basically. So one of the person told that here basically he basically charged into the murder because for example that person basically is Hindu. Assume that basically that my person. I am basically doing the fasting of Hanumanji. So that Supreme Court and High Court basically told that basically we are going to give him punishment. That is the murder case basically is going to judge. But here really basically he has not done the murder basically. In that Hanuman group, that is the Pujari of Hanuman group, they also told that basically give punishment to him. Why basically? Do you know why? Because they have also got some money basically. So temples basically for money they can do anything. So Sri Ram temple basically also given punishment to that particular person. So just imagine basically what is temple basically. That question basically arrives. If temple basically groups are doing like this basically, then where people will go basically? One of the satellite person told that basically end this world only basically. End this world basically. End this world. Recreate the whole world basically. That also basically one of the satellite person told after this situation. Then people who created the Mumbai, they basically came into picture basically. For one rich person basically, we can't finish the entire Mumbai. So let basically that group only basically gets finished from Mumbai. Basically. That the rich, all rich people basically become one because they know that basically lots of things basically can happen. So all rich people become one and basically they told them, "Bhai, tu nikal le." But here basically thing was totally different. What? They all become one and then basically they all told that Sunil Narayana, tu nikal le. Sunil Narayana, tu nikal le. This was told basically. Really basically this is not story basically. I am just telling as a user story. Why? Because here we are discussing the lava data. That lava data basically, which is connected to the 1 lakh projects, and 1 lakh project basically is going to generate 10 lakh 10 crore projects. This everything basically is going simultaneously because each people basically is equal to one project basically. Rich people basically their body basically are equal to one project, and if they are basically doing this type of activity, that is going to affect to that 10 crore project, and that 10 crore project basically is going to connect to that 100 crore child, and 100 crore child basically are dumped into the lava land. In that basically Surya Nair generation basically does not exist. So here the topic is that basically is the future basically going to exist, or basically the future basically universe group is going to end. That is the question basically. So for that basically, they basically told that basically now basically we can't rely on temple also. The universe group basically. Because if temple group basically are doing like this means that boy basically was charged as a murder basically. He got murder case basically. But real basically he has not done the murder. This was done by Ram temple and Hanuman temple. So one of the person told that basically if temple basically can do everything basically this type of activity, then basically we should end the world. And one of the USA people told that why basically due to India land basically world should end. That also basically is the question. That also we are going to discuss. Why basically due to India land basically world should suffer. Basically. Why due to India land basically world should suffer. That also question basically we are going to discuss in later on. So here the topic is one person basically was a poor person. The rich people basically done one murder case basically against that particular person. But really basically he has not done the murder. In that basically Supreme Court supported this group, High Court, police, these, that, each and every, even basically the Ram temple people and the Hanuman temple people also. They also told that basically give him punishment. Actually, this was not supposed to happen. But that happened. After that, basically, the satellite group told that basically we are ending the world. That is okay, basically. After this situation, then basically world came into picture. That is the World Bank. That is the what to say UN, basically United Nation. They came into the picture. But United Nation also basically Indian people basically are standing. In the United Nation also basically most of people basically are Indian. So they also told that basically they have taken the correct decision. So where is United Nation basically? That was question basically. That also we are going to discuss. And so here basically the one of the person told that we are basically due to India land basically we can't suffer basically. World basically can't suffer basically. If temple group basically are taking this type of decision, then basically what is going to happen to the world basically? If temple families because temple is connected with the temple family basically. Because for example Ram temple is there. So Ram temple basically have one owner basically. That owner basically is taking the decision that इसका मर्डर केस में डाल दो बेसिकली इसको मर्डर केस में डालो in Hindi basically that is in Hindi basically. So he told that basically we will punish him basically. And in this Hanuman temple basically that is the temple group basically because there are few trustees na, basically who takes the decision because Supreme Court and High Court basically can't take direct decision. They have to go with this temple group also. They also came into picture with. They also told that basically give him a murder case basically. So one person told that basically rich people basically can't do anything basically. अमीर लोग कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. So when satellite group basically taken the decision that basically we are finishing the world, so whole world basically become one and told that basically sorry basically due to India land basically we can't finish our whole world. And Indian nationality that is 83 crore basically 38 crore in India in America basically they basically started thinking basically what is going to happen to us due to this just due to this murder case basically which really basically that person basically has not done. In really basically that person basically has not done. So one of the person do the rich people basically can do anything basically. They can do anything. No, basically. This is the example basically. And this is real story of Mumbai city basically. You will not able to believe that basically. You basically do one thing. You take basically the each and every Mumbai cases basically. In that basically you will find one case also, and that is the special case. Basically, that only few people basically can see that case, that murder case basically. You will not able to believe that basically. So one of the person told that what actually was this here. The person basically has not done anything, then also basically charged to murder. That means the poor people basically can't stay in this world basically. That basically you want to say. So whole world basically started basically telling her basically we can't finish our world basically due to India land. Due to India land. We can't finish our whole world due to India land. So they the satellite group basically do you know when they taken the decision? When Ram temple group and the Hanuman temple group started giving punishment and they told that basically charge him in a murder case basically. But really murder basically he has not done. Somebody else has done the murder. But in this one company told that basically finish his career. So due to that company basically this everything basically happened. So one of the person told that where is that company or we want to know that company basically. You want to know that company's name basically. That software company's name basically. Currently he is basically working from home basically. The company owner basically. Because he know basically that anything basically can happen anytime, any second. So he basically is working from home. But he basically is at the Mumbai land only. It's in basically Mumbai land only, basically. Whether he is work from office or basically working from home, that is in Mumbai land only. That is also question basically one of the satellite person told. So one of the person told that if temple group basically can do this type of thing basically, then there is no value of keeping the world basically. There is no value of keeping the world. So and this world that is the best option. In this basically world came into picture and then basically they told that due to India land basically we can't finish our whole India. Sorry, whole world. In this basically the USA president basically is Indian basically. America president, sorry, I mean American USA both are same. European president basically is Indian basically. Italy president that is the ladies basically he's or she is also Indian. So everywhere basically Indian people basically have taken their post basically. And world basically is connected with India land. So that's why basically the satellite group told that basically we are ending the world. That is better basically. So again back to be connected to that 1 lakh company done the 10 crore project. Within this 10 crore project basically creation, this person's Nasbandi and HIV AIDS happened, and after that, then also basically they thought that basically if he will earn the money, then basically he might create problem to us. So they basically done third number point, that is the murder case also to him basically. So that basically no company basically will give him money. So when the 10 crore project basically was ongoing, this everything basically happened in this time period. That was this time. So within this time period, when the 10 crore project was ongoing, in that 10 crore, in this time basically, the Nasbandi, HIV/AIDS, and murder case basically was charged with that. Sorry, charged on this particular person basically. Assume that that is my person, myself basically. But really, basically, I have not done any murder. Don't have any AIDS, and my generation is also going to. I'm just taking example so that it would be clear. For example, if any satellite group basically watch this video, so they can basically understand what actually Sunil Arnair basically is telling. So here basically the thing is three thing basically happened to him. One, he basically got HIV/AIDS. He basically got Nasbandi, and then last basically he got a murder case. Basically. After murder case basically he was not getting a single job basically because companies are telling basically अरे भाई तूने मर्डर किया है क्या बे इन मुंबई बेसिकली इन मराठी लैंग्वेज इन मुंबई से अरे तू क्या मर्डर कर रहा है रे बाबा तू मर्डर कर रहा है रे so basically we will write in Marathi basically just because I basically was in Mumbai long before so I actually forget Mumbai basically sorry Marathi language. Have you done
Have you done any murder? Any murder cases ongoing to you? Have you done any murder? Any murder cases ongoing to you? શું તમે કોઈ ખૂન કર્યું છે? કોઈ ખૂનનો કેસ તમારા પર ચાલી રહ્યો છે? શું તમે કોઈ ખૂન કર્યું છે? કોઈ ખૂનનો કેસ તમારા પર Have you done any murder? Any murder cases ongoing to you? तुम्ही खून केला आहे का? तुमच्यावर खुनाचा खटला चालू आहे का? तुम्ही खून केला आहे का? तुमच्यावर खुनाचा खटला चालू आहे का?
This is in Russia. That's Russia also.
Совершили ли вы какие-либо убийства? К вам ведется какое-либо дело об убийстве? Совершили ли вы какие-либо убийства? К вам ведется какое-либо дело об நீங்கள் ஏதாவது கொலை செய்திருக்கிறீர்களா? ஏதாவது கொலை வழக்கு உங்களிடம் நடக்கிறதா?
This is in Tamil.
நீங்கள் ஏதாவது கொலை செய்திருக்கிறீர்களா? ஏதாவது கொலை வழக்கு உங்களிடம் நடக்கிறதா? നിങ്ങൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും കൊലപാതകം നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ഏതെങ്കിലും കൊലപാതക കേസ് നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ? നിങ്ങൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും കൊലപാതകം നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ഏതെങ്കിലും കൊലപാതക കേസ് നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ?
So, this is that basically. So, one of the person told that, have you done any murder basically? That murder case basically is ongoing. In this, the police department also basically supported that rich people. And this basically real story basically of Mumbai basically. And you basically will never able to find the case basically in any of the computer also and in any of the file also. Why? Because this is some special case. Because they know that basically in future basically if any big will happen, then they have to, nobody is supposed to find this case. So that case file basically is where basically, do you know basically, in some house basically. In house basically he has kept, and from there only basically is working. And that is basically house is in Mumbai land, where basically currently 1 lakh project is ongoing, 10 crore project is ongoing, and lava data basically is moving in Mumbai. So this case basically everything basically is ongoing. Ranasbandi, HIV/AIDS, and murder case. That time basically this lava creation basically process is ongoing. So the people basically are doing the project basically, and within this project, this entire lava data also basically generated. This thing basically which that poor person basically got AIDS, Nasbandi, and then basically the each generation basically was ended, and he basically got murder case. That everything basically connected inside the lava, connected inside the lava. So is thing anything basic, because when Microsoft has created that he is going to get this child basically, when Microsoft has allocated this child, that time basically he told that basically we have allocated this child basically. But when this murder case everything basically happened, Microsoft murder case and Nasbandi base what's done by Mumbai basically, Microsoft also basically told that I can't take the risk of entire Microsoft, so we are also basically removing that person basically from our project. So he also removed, and he told that basically अभी इसकी नसबंदी हो गई, then basically how he is going to connect to the birth process basically. So they removed that person. Assume that person basically me. So that basically anything everything should be clear basically. I'm just taking as an example myself. No? But really basically my Nasbandi has not happened. And I don't have AIDS also. And I had not done any murder also. So then basically one of the person told that yeah, within this time period basically when the project is basically getting created, that is the 10 crore. In that 10 crore this data also basically came into picture. Why? Because one of the murder case basically which was done, what for example myself basically, I had not done any murder, just taking as an example, that data are also inside the this. In that basically they have written that basically why we have ended his generation, and why basically we have done Nasbandi, and why basically we have given him AIDS. In this Bollywood group also basically supported that rich people. Why? Because whatever things getting display means I got Nasbandi, my generation is not going to happen. I am not going to have child. That is display one. That is one display in front of the world basically. See that person basically have got the marriage, second marriage, and he's basically is not having the child. He's not getting the birth. So that is display. That display basically was is the responsibility of Bollywood group basically. So Bollywood group also basically supported that rich person. And this is a real story basically of Mumbai. This story basically is of I think in 2005 basically when basically Nasbandi was happened. Everything is done basically. Everything is created. Lava is created. Everything is basically done. Water basically is done. Everything basically is done. Brown color is also done. Everything basically done. Nasbandi basically of that particular child. So one of the person told that, do you know basically Sunil where this happened here basically? If you finish that area only, then basically it would be okay. That also one of the person basically from Mumbai given one idea basically. That basically why entire Mumbai should suffer. Why entire Mumbai should suffer. That also idea basically was given by one of the person. Then basically all started becoming one, and who actually go on against that particular rich person, they started basically giving trouble to him, and then basically he also left Mumbai basically. He also told that basically bhai yaar end up mushkil hai. We have to leave Mumbai. Like this, many people basically left Mumbai. Why? Because they were supporting that particular child basically, who actually got AIDS, who actually got Nasbandi, who actually murder in murder case basically he got case. So he was shocked basically. Yeah, he was shocked. The people who actually supported him, they basically were shocked. Few Bollywood group also basically got shocked. Yeah, because whatever things basically display happens, that is done by one of the director basically and producer, and that basically gets spreaded very fastly basically. Anything basically happens in the environment basically that is in Mumbai city, that gets spread very fast. So few people basically told that यार मतलब कैसा है यार how basically Mumbai is. Few Bollywood group also basically left Mumbai. They also told that yeah basically we don't want to stay in city basically where rich people basically are like this. And here one more thing basically about the mafia group. Basically. Mafia group basically know each and everything basically what happens in the Mumbai city. How they basically know that basically I don't know, but they get each and every information because they are connected with each and every hospital, each and every dispensaries, each and every medical store, each and every temples, each and every place basically they are connected. So they also got the information that his Nasbandi and generation basically and is going to be is going to end basically till now basically generation has not ended of that particular person in 2005. So his generation basically is going to end, and he is going to be charged in murder case also. Few movie also basically created. Somebody basically created few movie also basically. Few people basically created few movie also. That also we are going to discuss about the Bollywood group basically how they are basically. So he told that basically he basically charged into HIV/AIDS, and basically he Nasbandi happened. Then basically his murder basically he charged into murder case. For that basically lots of movie created by Bollywood group. Then basically he told that yeah, how basically this is Mumbai? Yeah, how this can be Mumbai? This is not Mumbai basically. They told that basically this is Mumbai. They are telling that basically we don't want Sunil R. Nair basically in next generation. That is basically 10 crore project already generated and 100 crore child going to happen. Going to happen basically not happen basically. It's going to happen. So in this basically Bill Gates also basically told that sorry basically we are removing Sunila Nair basically from our data because we can't take the risk. So he also removed Sunila Nair from his child. First he allocated the child, then basically thought he got the information that his Nasbandi was basically has done. He also done. Now basically again back to the mafia group. Basically. They told that his Nasbandi is going to happen, his generation is going to end, he's going to get married with one of the AIDS girl, and after that basically he's going to charge with a murder girl. He's going to be charged with a murder basically. Everything basically they was knowing. But nobody came in front and basically told that why basically भाई तेरा जो शादी होने वाला है ना after marriage fix basically this has happened basically the marriage basically which you are going to do na, that girl basically is having AIDS basically and they are going to end your generation also and they are going to case one murder case basically against you that you have done murder but in really basically their family one of them family member basically has done the murder because they want to end your career basically. For that specially basically they came from USA basically because IT industry is connected with the USA. So they told them basically why basically yeah, they have done so much of hard work basically for just for that poor person basically this much hard work basically nobody basically do this much hard work basically that also if it that person basically rich person then also it's okay but he's a poor person basically then why this all hard work basically done especially people basically came from USA that is also question basically why they have came from US and basically told the company basically do one thing basically finish his career basically from USA they came and company told them basically okay basically we will do this activity but you have to give some money basically they told them basically whatever money you take na basically dollar basically you take whatever dollar basically you want to take so they given $1,000 sorry 1,000 crore dollar and they told them basically create this person basically as a lesson basically. So in entire software industry basically, if anybody basically takes Sunil Nair name basically, then they should remember that scene, that Nasbandi, that AIDS, and that murder case. So one of the person told that, yeah, USA or this is USA or this is what basically. From satellite group basically they told that basically we are finishing the world here basically. We can't see this type of world basically. Because this whole energy basically is going to connect to galaxy basically and it's going to convert to planet basically we don't want to finish our planet basically sorry want to finish our universe due to earth planet reason USA also supported and USA means half of the world so USA also came to do these three activities that is murder he has actually not done his Nasbandi was done and his to give him AIDS. So currently situation is what he basically has not done murder. He basically don't have AIDS, and his generation also basically can go further. In this, Ram Temple and Hanuman Temple group also supported that rich people. That is the USA, United States of America. Lots of people says that Clinton basically is from Uttar Pradesh. Johnson, that is the Boris. Just I will just remember that name. What is that? That is Boris Johnson. Lots of people say that he is also from, I think, from Madhya Pradesh. So one to finish one particular child basically, sorry, not child basically, he is basically boy now. Sorry, men now. So to kill that man basically, they came from UK, USA. Basically. This everything is generated basically. Everything basically is connected to planets to planets. Everything basically is done. After that, this video is basically getting uploaded. So the universe group basically was shocked here. Basically. If you will finish the Earth planet, that would be good basically. Due to Indian land basically, in India land basically this type of activity is happening with the permission of Parliament House. That is basically the Indian national Indian political people basically. They are doing this, na basically. They are without their order basically nothing happens basically. So they are controlling the police department. They are controlling the mafia group. They are controlling the companies. Everything they are doing. So few people basically from world basically started thinking about the India land basically. They basically visited especially India land. That where is that boy basically who actually got AIDS, Nasbandi, and he is basically currently having the murder case. So the visit started basically. This connected into museum basically. That person basically is the one museum. In that basically museum, that person basically is sitting, and everybody started seeing. He's that person. He's that person. He's that person. Each and every taxi driver, auto driver, they everybody knows that basically. He's that person. He's that person. So this converted into lesson basically. Because this everything is basically when going they the group basically who actually planned they want to create the lesson basically. So this lesson basically dumped into that 10 crore project, and then 10 crore project basically is dumped into the form of lava data, into that lava data, and that lava data assume that basically it has converted into water also, and it has moved to the samundar also, that is sea, and lots of water basically was taken from the people also, and then basically the satellite group also basically taken the energies, and then basically they created the planets to planets created, lots of things basically happened within this period. And this is real story basically. Lots of satellite people basically started tracking that person basically, how many people got AIDS, how many people basically got Nasbandi. This all data basically they started collecting, but they have finished that data only na basically. Then how basically that's going to track? They have finished that data only. They have finished that data. निशानी खत्म कर दी. In Hindi basically it is called. Proof is ended by Mumbai. But everything is done basically. Now you can't do anything. And this is real story. So one of the person told that now basically what is the thing basically going to happen here? Sunil, basically we are actually we are basically now in tense basically that this 100 crore when child is going to happen, that time basically your data basically is not there inside that lava, because Bill Gates also told that basically we are finishing his data, so that your data basically is finished, but your data basically was inside the project, because whatever thing you delete, add, modify, each and every things are calculated, each and every things are calculated. So in this what happened, that added, edited, then basically deleted data, everything basically connected to Microsoft project. That data connected to 10 crore project, and 10 crore project basically connected to lava data. Lava data basically connected to that power supply, the generation started, then the water basically got generated, everything basically process happened. So here the question is, when this data basically reach, when this lava data basically is going to connect to the generation. So that time basically the world will exist. One point is this: the world will exist. If world will exist, then basically what are the effect going to happen? Is anything basically going to affect to satellite or basically the galaxy? Because lots of energy has connected to the planet creation also. Lots of planet also created. Then basically anything is going to affect to any of the person basically. This is one situation. Another situation is water is created. Sea basically has generated water, and then basically this data water basically has dumped into the Bangalore city, because Bangalore is the heart of software industry of India. So they specially dumped the water into Bangalore city, because why? The IT industry group has created the lesson. They have got the money basically to create the lesson basically. So they have dumped that water into Bangalore only. Currently, water basically crisis on going in Bangalore. So they have dumped the water into Bangalore. They told that basically you have basically told that his generation is supposed to end. Your people basically has to. So you only take the water. So is anything basically going to happen to Bangalore city? That time basically, when basically water is going to connected, the 100 crore child is going to already happen. That time, anything is going to affect to this energies, when basically this energy is going to connect to galaxies and planets. Anything is going to happen. That topic basically we are going to discuss in next video.